Morning everybody, we're back with Friday assemblies. Just walking back to my office now. So we had a week off and we're at Friday already and we've got our usual certificates. So let's have a look at all the different things we're going to do in assembly today. Okay then, what have we got? We've got the sun coming up over Liverpool. Look at that. Well, maybe not the sun, we've got the light. There's the tower over there. What can we see up here? Very quiet this morning. Anyway, what have we got for our assembly today? We've got the birthdays. So we've had quite a few birthdays because remember, it's kind of like double birthdays. Good morning everybody. Here we are again, it's Friday. The light is coming up over Liverpool. It's very quiet out there. Not many cars at the moment. In fact, not many cars at all. So what are we up to this week with our assembly? So this week, now remember it's kind of like double birthdays, isn't it? Because we had a week off. So we've got all of those birthdays and we've got all of those birthdays for this week. So that means that my singing is going to have to be doubly brilliant. Now, Miss Farahi says that my singing is brilliant anyway, but this week it's going to have to be doubly brilliant, so I'll get ready for that one. What else have we got? We have got the Reading Awards. I've finished that book. I've started a new, in fact I've started two. The one of them is about a story of two twins who live in Korea. That's quite interesting. I'm about halfway through that. And I'm reading this other one at the moment that I've started, all very good. We're going to have reading awards, probably about children who've read lots of books, who love reading, children who find reading difficult, who got better. Don't know, we'll find out later. Then we've got our Head Teachers Award for our lovely LIPA values. So we've got certificates, look at those sparkly badges. And then we've got our pencils. So we'll see who has won them and why. Scoot over here, everybody. Yep, we've got the books. Lots of people have got to gold. And Jacob and I have done the draw. And we've got book winners who are going to come this afternoon after this assembly and choose your books. Whichever ones you want, take them home, read them at home, put them on your bookshelf. And then the teachers have been emailing me to nominate. So nominate kind of means, what's the definition of nominate? It's kind of when you choose, you recommend, that's a good word, recommend somebody. So the teachers have been recommending, I think such and such person in my class should get the gold award because. Now, I get more than 3 nominations every week. Real gold. Real gold. And I get more than 3 every week, and it's my job to choose which 3 it has to be. More on that later on. Hello everybody, we've moved places again. Now last time we had our assembly, do you remember we did the tour around the school and we very quickly went all the way from reception to year 6? Well, I thought each week we'd spend a little more time in the year groups. And we're going to start right where it all begins in reception. And all the children who've been in reception are thinking, oh, I love my time in reception. What they're doing here? Number hunt in the sand. Can you find a number and match it? And you might be thinking in year 5, that's really easy. But in reception, you play these games and you understand that strange squiggle that we know as a number 2 means 2 things in your hand. That's quite tricky. We've got the water tray here. Look at all these things that can go in the water tray, and it's up to the children to independently choose what they want and then put it back. Look at all of these things. Milk. Do you remember having the milk, everybody? There it is. What else have we got here? Here's all their phonics work. There's Miss Wheaton's phonics box, Miss Hatton's phonics box. What else have we got? Hello, Miss Coyle, how are
Hi,
you?
everyone. I'm good.
We're just having a look in your lovely classroom. We've got all the birthdays up here so that we know the months of the year: January, February, March, not October, April, May, June. What else have we got? Oh, here's maths. Mrs. Delaney, you're going to love this. What are we learning? Again, it's that thing where you've got to know what that funny squiggle like a 3 is and what that actually means. And then we've got special families. We've got the home corner. Lovely. What's over here? What does this say? Fly away with a book. And that's nice because this week is Reading Awards. I told you about my new books. Hello again, Miss Coyle.
Hello again, everyone.
In reception, remember, you have your key people. So all the teachers are here to help you, but there's one special person who just looks after you, writes in your book to your mums and dads and all of that sort of thing. Here's the Bertie class, what they've been doing in the creative area. My word, look at all that. More colourful work. I bet in the daytime it gets really messy in here. Oh, we've got more sand over here. What's going on here? My word, we've got animals, we've got all sorts. Looks a bit role-play-ish to me, that. We've got the laptop ready to go. We've got maths. We've got all sorts of things. We've got the role-play area in here. Miss Sutton and Mr. Mason's board up there. Come and write. So this is, again, it's where you start your writing. Sometimes it starts with squiggles, then into letters, then into words, then into sentences, and then into long stories. But this is where it all begins. Isn't that right, Mr. Mason?
It is. Hello.
So this is reception. Next week, year 1. Okay, everybody. Got some great work here that people have been giving me. But let's have a little think about our LIPA values before I show you the work. We always talk about our LIPA values in this school, the things that we do that make our school special and different. Okay, I'm going to ask your teachers to press pause in a moment, but I want you to have some thinking time. Think of something that you have done this week that you are proud of. Okay, could be a piece of work, could be something that you just said to somebody to cheer them up, it could be how you've helped somebody. Have a think. Keep thinking. Teachers press pause. And when you press pause, I want you to put your hand up and share some of these ideas. Great ideas, everybody. Lots of things that make our school different, our school special. Now, it's great at the moment because when I see people in the morning, they're often giving me work because Mrs. Lucas very nicely put some backing paper on my wall for me. And that means I can put some work up. So I've got some maths work there that was given to me. That was Isabella. What else have I got? Like this one. I've got some artwork with maths work around it. Loving that. And Kimmy has done me this one. Loving that. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Very creative. Rudy, thank you for my card. That says boo, by the way, for those people who are thinking about it. We've got more maths. We've got more maths. All given to me. Dear Mr. Parker, what does this one say? Oh my God. All this is independent, you know, at home. We've got times tables. Now, Mrs. Delaney is like this. Yes. Because all that's maths work. So what about if you do different things? What about your projects that are going on at the moment? What about your English work? All that other stuff. If you want to do some things at home on that and give it to me, I'll show it in the assembly. So carry on with the maths. Don't want to upset Mrs. Delaney, but other things as well. It's time for the first award. We keep talking about reading as being so important. And maybe just think about, even now, today, you'll have done reading in class, you'll have probably looked at signs on the way to school, you'll have done all sorts of reading. It is so important, right the way from those first sounds in reception, right the way through to big year 6 who are reading really difficult, thick class texts about all sorts of different things. So, teachers, time to press pause and give out those reading awards. Now on to this. So we've got lots of birthdays. We'll chat to Noah on Thursday, who's hit the big 10. Special happy birthday to Noah. Are we ready? So maybe all of the children who've had a birthday in your class, stand up so we can see you. Wave at them. Are you ready for my fantastic singing? Thank you for my feedback, Miss Farahi. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody who's had a birthday this week and last week. Happy birthday to you. Fantastic. Questions time. All right. I know it's not Maths Week awards, but I do like these questions that we ask. One for phase 1, one for phase 2. I've got my special book. Okay, imagine a farm, okay? Phase 1, are you ready? This farm has all sorts of animals. And in a field, they've got cows. But you've got to move cows around the different fields so that they can eat, that they can go and be milked and all of that sort of stuff. So, in the field at the start of the day, there are 10 cows. Put that number, phase 1, in your head. Phase 2 and 3, you can do this as well. 10 cows. Then 5 more come. Then 3 more come. And then 1 more comes. How many cows are in the field now? 10, 5, 3, 1. Phase 2, let's move around the corner. And the farm has just bought their first 2 chickens. It's 2 chickens. They lay 4 eggs a day. Each chicken lays 4 eggs a day. How many eggs in total will the 2 chickens lay in 1 week? That's my next question. Phase 3, back to the cows. The farm produces 1,416 litres of milk a week. Sorry, a day. Let me say that again. 1,416 litres of milk a day. 7 days in a week. My question is, how many litres does the farm produce in a week? It's time for Head Teachers Awards, everybody. Is it going to be resilience? Is it going to be problem solving? Is it going to be performance? What's it going to be? Press pause. Well done, everybody, for those Head Teachers Awards. Really varied reasons. Remember, there's 1 person in every class who gets that a week. So if you've got that, really well done. If you've got the reading award from last week, from earlier this assembly, well done. Excuse me. Not quite time for them yet, but it will be. Down there. Let me give you the answers. Okay, so phase 1, I asked you, there's 10 cows in a field, 5 more come, then 3 more, then 1 more. The total is 19 cows. Phase 2, you were asked about the 2 new chickens who lay 4 eggs a day. So that's 8 in total, isn't it? 7 days in a week, 56 eggs. If your answer was 28, you forgot about the second chicken. Never forget about the second chicken. Number 3, tricky one this, 1,416 litres per day the farm produces. In a week, it produces 9,912 litres. Well done if you get that. Okay, it's time for our special guest, who is somebody who helps us at Lipper. We've had David, who's our finance director, Joe, governor. We've had Miss Fitzpatrick, who works with Izzy. We've had all sorts of people. And this week, a big welcome to our special guest. And a big welcome to Jamie Turner. Now, lots of you will know Jamie, but some of you might not know Jamie. I know some of you have had music lessons with Jamie, and definitely our older children, I think, will know Jamie, but some of our younger children will not. So, we've got a few questions for you, Jamie. Welcome. First of all, welcome to being our Friday Assembly guest.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. It's a pleasure to be here.
And the first question that we've got for you is, How did it all start for you working at Lipper Primary School?
Yeah, so that takes me back. So 6-7 years ago now, when we had a mutual connection, I think, who kind of put us together. I'd not long since graduated from Lipper at that point, and I was working in other primary schools, teaching ukulele and guitar and whatnot, amongst other stuff, like, working as a musician, playing in bands, and kind of similar jobs to the other guys and how they work at the moment, really. So I just recall you and me sat in the Lipper bar. I think it was a coffee and nothing else at the time.
I think it was.
And just talking about the plan and the project and how far away that seems now, compared to where we are today. And I mean, it could have been anyone's guess as to how that's kind of developed and looked over the years. And it's just planting those seeds right at the very start. And as you say, some of those children, especially the older children in year 5 and year 6, will remember doing some ukulele with me back in the day. And just as their lives are quite different now.
Well, that's it, isn't it? We've gone from you working in small groups, ukulele, with our 4-year-olds who are now 11-year-olds, to we've now got yourself, we've got Rachel, we've got Will, we've got George, and we've got Greg. We've got drum lessons, we've got guitar lessons, we've got you. It's been a real musical journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been crazy, and again, some of the older children will remember Joe as well, and Joe and I teamed up very early on, and kind of started planting these seeds. And then this is the beauty of what happens when the school grows, because you suddenly take something that's done really well, like the piano lessons that Joe started, and then you realise that you don't have the time in the diary to do it all yourself. So you've got to work with other people. So, you may remember Graham, who we brought on early on.
Van Heerden, yeah.
And then George followed, and then Graham moved away. And then just each kind of step at a time, we've now got to a point where kind of including Gretel, who works in admin, and then others who are advisors and kind of consultants and trainers. We've got like 8 people in the music team, and I don't think any primary school in the country could say that they've got 8 people working in the music team. It's pretty crazy.
Well, that was kind of my next question, really. I suppose if you go to Lipper Primary School like our children do, then it's just kind of normal. But is what our children get, do you think, for music, normal across Liverpool, across the country, or not, would you say?
No, it's extraordinary in pretty much every single way. And yeah, for all the children at school, they won't know any different. But at the moment, the numbers are that over half of the children at Lipper Primary take optional piano lessons. Now, in another school, that might be something more like 1 in 10, something like that. And obviously, being Lipper Primary School, being connected with the Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts, there's big kind of expectation that music's going to be a huge part of that and the wider performing arts. But even so, I don't think anyone really could have expected this level. And it's not just the stuff that happens outside the classrooms. It's the stuff that happens inside the classrooms as well. And the fact that we're now practicing daily singing, working on music every day and every week with your class teachers. And we kind of, all of this is based in a particular type of philosophy. So we're learning in different ways to other primary schools as well. So I think if children move to a different primary school for whatever reason, they might be very shocked at how different things are there. So what can I say? It's it's a big thing for us to bring to it, but it's actually amazing that the children engage so well with it, and we have some absolutely fabulous musicians at Lipper Primary School who will no doubt go on to do amazing things.
And you mentioned it there before that you do lots of other things as well, and you've done lots of different things, and you are a Lipper graduate. So how did you get into music? How did it all happen? Because also the team as well. We've been into town and we've watched Greg perform on his drums, haven't we? And we've watched Will singing in clubs and that sort of stuff. So tell us about your musical journey.
Yeah, so I started playing piano at the age of 5. So I was very young, just like a lot of the children who were in year 1 and reception, typically, who would work on kind of making those very first introductions into music. And I never really thought that I would end up doing music. It was only kind of late on, when I was maybe 17, where I kind of got to a stage in my music, and I started learning guitar, and I was in bands and stuff at that time. And I thought, this Lipper place seems pretty cool. It's only an hour down the road from me. It's really, competitive in terms of getting in, but I'll give it a shot. And if I get in, I get in. And that's kind of a story that a lot of our team have gone through as well. And as you say, all of our team are also professional musicians, as well as really kind of passionate teachers and educators, all playing in town. We've got Jez, who's the keys player for Echo and the Bunnymen.
Of course.
We've got all sorts of different people kind of playing session musicians and kind of performers and actors in Greg's case as well. And I think that's really important that that the children know and the parents know that we aren't just doing this, that we're really active in terms of our professional engagement as well as our teaching commitments.
And the last question for you, but also on behalf of the music team, we really enjoy working alongside yourselves. But what do you think it is about Lipper Primary School that makes the music team so keen to work with us and be part of the Lipper Primary School experience?
So many things, because we absolutely love it at Lipper Primary School, and it looks a lot different in primary schools, in other primary schools, because you'll have, let's say, one teacher who will work and do piano lessons in like 4 or 5 schools. But we don't have to do that, because we're pretty much completely embedded into Lipper Primary School, and we kind of act like staff, like everyone else really. So it just looks different in so many ways. It's just the project-based learning, the kind of learning through the creative and performing arts. It just matches so tightly with everything that we've learned at Lipper, that we practice every day in our professional work. And all the children are amazing, of course. All of the staff are amazing. It's a really amazing building to be in. What can I say, Mr. Parker? It's a fabulous place to be in, and we're so happy that we're here.
Jamie, thank you for your time and for everything that you do for our music team and our children, but also for being our special guest. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, teachers, lovely to meet Jamie, but it's that time. Teachers, can I ask you to press pause? You'll have seen an email from Jacob and I, which tells you which people got drawn out of the hat from each phase to come and choose a book. If it's you, pop along to my office later on and choose your book. So press pause now. Hi everybody, it's that time now, nearly there. For these. Okay, this week was hard because we had a lot of nominations, but let me tell you who and why. But let me also give you a couple of mentions that I've been impressed with this week. McCartney class, year 6. Your teacher has been emailing me and We've spoken on Teams to tell me how well you've been doing this week. It's been another week of remote learning for you, but she's been very impressed, as have we all, with how well that you've adapted to that again. And we can't wait to see you on Monday. Also, a couple of other people. Jake in year 2, your teacher emailed me to tell me how well you're doing as well. So well done. And also one from me, 2 people who are very close to getting one of these at the moment, is Gracie and her brother Tyler, who I think just embody LIPA values. So all those people are very close. Could be you next week, but the winners are, first of all, year 2, a boy, superb LIPA values, and when their teacher sent through the nomination, I fully agreed. Well done, James in year 2. That's for you. So we go up to year 4. It's Miss Atherton's class, I think. Now we've got, it had to be with Miss Atherton, didn't it? Science. She's telling me about some really great science work, but also a positive attitude and just a really nice manner, a really nice person to be around. And I know from being on the gate and around school, I would totally agree. Well done, Logan. This is yours. Up to year 5. Somebody this week who has been really resilient, I would say, and really grown up, but also on one day this week showed himself to be a really great friend when he was looking after somebody who was really quite poorly. And Reese, year 5, this is yours. Well done. Okay, we're at the end of our assembly, but we've got joke of the week. Okay, here it is. Why was number 6 so scared of number 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Think about it. Have a lovely weekend, everybody, and we will see you soon.